first sight, Oughterard in County Galway in midwinter would seem to be the quietest of places, with no visitors, no excitement, no fish being caught, no boats on the lake, just the leafless trees, wind, rain, and the smell everywhere in the village of turf fires. Yet here on the banks of Lough Corrib, in the quiet west of Ireland, there rages a controversy which is becoming one of the most vocal and violent in every corner of the country. It is described by one word: development. Should the lake, the rivers, the fishing, the lovely landscape, the hills along the shores, the promontories, the islands themselves, be preserved to the last breath of every inhabitant, their birthright and their only possession of real and permanent value, or should they be developed, opened up, commercialized, for a quick return from the ever-increasing hordes of peace-hungry tourists? This is the question on all lips in this small but potentially very wealthy village in the heart of the Joyce country. Mr. Dermot Joyce is one of the principal businessmen in Oughterard. He owns the main shop in the village, and his family have been here for 6 generations. But his real interest is in property. He's involved in all the sales and purchases of land and houses in the area. Mr. Joyce, who are the main buyers of land in Oughterard?
Oh, 90% are definitely cross-channel British people.
Why do they come here?
For the amenities we offer in the area: fishing, shooting, peace and quiet.
How much are they prepared to pay for a plot of land?
A first-class location can fetch as much as £2,000 per acre.
And what will they spend on a house?
Or they may spend as much as £10,000–12,000 on the actual structure.
Is the development just beginning, or is it?
Well, we have had a tradition in Oughterard for generations before my time, but it has progressed rapidly in the last, say, 8–9 years.
Do you think these prices are high for land?
I do, but I think we're offering a tremendous lot.
Do you think there's any way in which they can be brought down?
Not for the type of development we're doing. They're first-class structures.
How much development of the area is needed to keep pace with this?
Oh, I think we should develop the area as much as possible.
What sort of development do you foresee?
I don't like cheek ribbon development or cheek-to-jowl development. I think they should, anyone that's coming here from cities in England should certainly get decent-sized sites. This is very important. They're coming for peace and quiet. We must give them this amenity.
Whereabouts can the people fish?
They can fish on Corrib and the countless small lakes.
Can they fish on the small lakes?
They can on the small brown trout lakes. Now, there are a tremendous lot of preserves in the area, which is not a very good thing.
Does it cost much for them to fish on these lakes?
It does. On the preserve lakes, it may cost 2 people going along between everything. It may cost them £5 each per day.
Yes, and in their fishing, taking everything into account, what does it cost them to fish for salmon, say, per pound of fish? What is their?
Oh, I'd hate to say. I'd say in the region of £2 per pound for salmon landed. That
takes into account their whole holiday.
Yes.
Do you think there's a possibility of having more state control of the fishing?
I
and
think
less
it'd be a
private
very
control?
good thing if you had state control and there was a limit on the bag of fish you got. I think it would attract a lot more tourists.
How much reaction would there be to this?
Probably a lot of reaction, but you have a lot of reaction to everything you do.
Among the local people, what benefit does this influx of foreigners bring?
Oh, it's tremendous, the benefits here. Without Corrib, I classify Corrib, which is 68 square miles of water, it is a greater benefit to the local people living around the lake than if it was the best quality land in Ireland.
Tom Coyne, you work for Admiral Sir Robert Pankridge.
Yes, I do. I'm working for him for about 3 years now.
What does the Admiral do?
Well, he's a keen gardener. He loves flowers and a bit of fishing. And when he retired, he came here to this country and retired because he called it God's country, so peaceful and quiet.
What does he fish for?
Well, he fishes for salmon and trout. He's a very keen salmon fisherman. But fishing on the lake, he's not so keen on it.
He fishes here in the river outside his own house?
Yeah, the pool right in front of the door in June when the salmon starts to run, he fishes there. And he fishes with the worm because it's not a fly pool. And he's very considerate. He gets a few and then he leaves it alone till the next day. He doesn't believe in taking all that's in there out of it for the one day.
Does he do any shooting?
No, not now. But in England he did. He shot grouse, pheasant and partridge. And when he came here, we started feeding the little birds. It was around the house. And we have got them so tame now as they'll pick it out of your hands. And he says to me one day, well, he says, Tom, he says, I'm never going to shoot again. He says, I couldn't get it in my heart to shoot birds. He says, when those little birds will pick it out of your hand, he said. So he put away his gun.
Before working for the Admiral, what did you do?
I used to fish a lot on Lough Corrib. And during the summer when the tourists came here, I used to bring them on the lake fishing.
When did you start your season on the lake?
Well, the season opens on the 15th of February, but I didn't start until around the 17th of March. That's when I started fly fishing.
Your first day was St. Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day is my favourite day for starting fly fishing. I don't like fishing with spoons or trolling or all this other stuff they have for fishing with.
Yes.
I always take the old fly rod.
What did you do in the winter in those days?
Well, when the fishing was over, I used to go and sign on the door. If I got a day's work, I took it. Any place I could make a pound.
Things must have changed quite a lot since you first came to...
Oh, yes, there's a lot of changes here. Everything has improved here since I came in it.
Do you think the development on the lake shore will do any damage?
Well, that's a point that the person has to consider very much. But to me, I think that the building of bungalows on the shores of Lough Corrib definitely is going to ruin the scenery. Because the way that I look at it, if you have a nice house painted outside and somebody comes at night and gives it a few dabs of paint or backing over, the person that'll come down, that house look horrible. Well, that's the way that I look at the shores of Lough Corrib.
The main hotel, Oughterard House, and very comfortable too, was founded by the man who is now the oldest inhabitant in the village. Mr. Sweeney, you're the oldest resident in Oughterard.
I don't know that.
How old are you?
92 gone. 92 last November.
Have you seen much change in the village since you first came here?
Oh, indeed, there is a big change in it. Anyone that was coming that time was coming for fishing only. And if there was a half a dozen people in May in the town, visitors, the town would be coloured red. Now they're not able to put them up.
You were also involved in the Irish Tourist Board.
I was one of the founder members. We used to have meetings once a month or every 2 months, of course, Dublin, and had purchased the place, and they had an office in London, and trying to get visitors into the country.
Did you travel up to Dublin each month for this?
Yes.
What office did you hold in the board?
Same as the rest of them, except on our turn we'd be chairman.
And you were then replaced by Board Fulcher?
Yes.